Hello, everyone. Good afternoon. This is Dr. Gwen from the Dr. Gwen International Inc. and host of the iTunes show, the Dr. Gwen Podcast Show. Now, this afternoon, I have a topic for you, which I think every single human being has grappled with at some point in his or her life. And the big question is community versus individualism. It's a delicate balance. What's the delicate balance for business and life success? Do you find yourself conflicted at times, running off to friends, families, and those who support you to get their ideas on something that you feel is important to you, and then feeling conflicted with something that is going on internally and not being able to come to a decision? Well, let me tell you this. Whether you have a business or not, you have a life. And all business owners have a life. So here's what I would like to do. I want you to tune in for the next few short minutes as we interact and chat about community versus individualism. Now, I feel a need to begin to define what community is. I think many people have an idea of community, but for the purposes of my conversation with you, I'd like to define community as the folks, the people who are out there, who are supporting us, who are rooting for us, who are standing for us, all the same thing, and who want to see us succeed. They're willing to invest their resources, their time, whatever it is they have to see you succeed. And individualism can have some negative connotations, but for my discussion with you today, individualism is the same as your intuition or your own internal guidance system or your gut sense. So that's what I'm talking about. Community versus individualism. The delicate balance. Is it one or is it the other? And you know, I do have a theory about that because I feel that most people at times run to the community before they even have checked in to find out what it is that they need and what they desire. And that's not so necessarily good. But let's look at some highlights of what community can really do for you, because community is really good. You know, you need community to get your resources, to establish your ideas. You may have an idea that you may be conflicted about simply because you have engaged your thought processes. It has introduced some ideas that's conflicting with what your gut's telling you, and you just want to hear someone else's perspective so you can sort it out, hopefully on your own. So community is good. You go there for the resources, and you go there to generate ideas. We all need community at one point or the other. Community can also be in the form of a coach or a mentor. Just anyone who is supporting your goal to get to where you want to get to. There are some dangers with community, however, and the dangers lie when you over-rely on community at the expense of your own individualism, at the expense of your own internal guidance system, not the thoughts, but the heart, at the expense of listening to the internal directions that you have been given, that have been placed in front of you to guide you. A few years ago, I think it is now, I was on Facebook and I noticed there was a young lady who was asking the community, what do you think? Do you think I need to go to nursing school, or do you think I need to go to engineering school? I don't remember what the other degree was, but they were kind of opposites. I believe it was legal, being a lawyer. Do you think I need to go to nursing school, or do you think I need to become a lawyer? Now, in the end, that's a question I think that is not for community, because community is going to bring in all the external things that don't really matter to the values of this young lady. When it comes to the crux of it, it is what you are inside that's going to determine what you pick for a career. You can listen to the community and they'll say, well, you'll get high income, you may get more time or opportunities to work, whatever it is externally. And you can go off and run with those ideas. But you know what? In the long run, it's you it's going to be catching up with. And you've got to get to a place where you are able to figure on your own without going to community some types of issues. That is one of them. Community shouldn't be the one to tell you what is good for you, because you've got an internal guidance system to do it. Yet I see a lot of people doing that, not just with their lives and careers, but in business. What do you think I need to do? Yes, there are training programs that are wonderful and amazing, and there are gurus that are wonderful and amazing, and the gurus develop their strategy from their own internal guidance system to guide them. Some of them package those systems, and there's nothing wrong with it, because you're going to learn and then you're going to get your own guidance based on what you learn. But the mistake that I see a lot of people doing is that they want to rubber stamp those designs. They want to do it exactly as the gurus have done it, and it doesn't necessarily work that way, because your business is a unique system. It has unique qualities. No doubt it has pieces of you embedded. So probably no one system is going to work 100% of the way that it worked for them in their own. So you have to be able to decipher between that if you really want to have success in your business. Not to mention your life, as I said, for the careers. So everybody's system is not meant to be your own. So then what does that mean? That means that you have to bring your own uniqueness to the puzzle. That is your individualism. That is your internal guidance system's direction on how you need to take the turns for your life and your business. Don't be dependent on what someone else is going to tell you for your life or for your business. Every single human being has the capacity to develop their own internal guidance system based on what their guide is telling them. And so you need to make sure that you are completely cognizant of that. So how do you do that in your business? Well, if you want to establish your own uniqueness to be a leader in your life or business, you have to bring your individualism. You can't be a copycat. You can't depend on community to finally tell it to you what it needs to look like. Yes, as I said, community is important to give you ideas and resources. In the end, it is your own ideas, your own guidance system that's going to put a massaging element on that idea that you've gotten to make it fit for you. You cannot be fit. It can't be fit for you if you're just taking it and running with it without putting your value on it. So the long and the short of it is, people will love and appreciate you eventually for who you are. Stop trying to be someone else. As I've heard it said, everyone else is taken. You are the only one to represent you. Stop being a copycat. Stop following people's paths in an effort to make your life better. It doesn't work that way. Now you have to find the time to connect with your spirit, with your own internal spirit, and to find out what it is that your life needs, what it is that you need to become, what it is that you need to implement or put into your whole aura or your field to cause you to be the leader in your life or in your business as you are desiring. And yes, do continue to embrace community. In fact, we're all one being in this whole ethos. We're all connected. We're not disconnected. And if you feel that anything you do in your own sphere, or anything John or Mary or Sue does in their own sphere is only going to affect them, I invite you to think again. We're all interconnected. So everything you do affects the other person, whether or not they are in front of you. It's like they call this little butterfly effect. The butterfly flaps its wings thousands and thousands of miles away, and eventually that ends up in a tsunami, if you will. So there is this ripple effect going and growing throughout time that will affect the results that you will get and will affect the results that we see community-wise. So in ending, what do I want to say? Niche your business, niche your life. Your niche life is your guiding. Your niche business is a fulfillment of your own values, your own desires, the things that you came here on this planet to fulfill. And do not for one moment let anyone sway you off of that path by telling you, or you listening to them, tell you what you need to do with your life. Yes, listen for ideas, listen for resources, and in the end, you put your own rubber stamp on it, that gut sense, to feel through it, to see what spirit is guiding you to do. Find your niche, find yourself, and you will find success in your life and your business from this point on. And so, my friends, this is Dr. Gwen. I'm going to be tuning out now, and I'll see you next month, the 4th Monday in September, which is the next live cast. And until then, if you have any questions, send me an email at info@thedrgwen.com, and I'll be more than thrilled to respond to that. Or if you would like to experience a free complimentary get results session with me, go to this website, thedrgwen.com/get results coaching. Thank you so much for joining me, and I hope that you have the most amazing day and an amazing week. Bye.